Okay. It was announced yesterday that the official release date for Star Wars Episode VIII has been pushed back from its original date of May 26, 2017 to almost 7 months later on December 15th, 2017. The official press release from Disney included these statements. Star Wars Episode VIII, originally scheduled for release on May 26, 2017, will now debut on December 15th, 2017. The move follows the extraordinary success of Star Wars The Force Awakens, which was the first Star Wars movie to premiere in December. In the popular holiday movie-going corridor, it smashed numerous records, including biggest domestic and global debuts of all time, as well as the biggest domestic second and third weekends, en route to becoming the highest-grossing domestic release of all time with over $861 million, and the third biggest global release ever with $1.887 billion. With Star Wars Episode VIII jumping to December, Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales will set sail on May 26, 2017 from its previously scheduled July 7th release. Dennis, what do you make of this delay for the release of Star Wars Episode VIII?
Well, you guys talked about it on the show yesterday because it kind of dropped during our live Twitter section. But for me personally, I'm surprisingly okay with this. When they said that May date before for Episode VIII, I actually never really believed it. I was like, that's really soon. They haven't started shooting yet. I knew all the press and all the stuff that was happening with the release of Episode VII was going to, keep them occupied. And so I think this delay is going to give them, a lot more time to work on. I know that, I guess the rumors are that they're going to change the script a little bit and focus more on the three characters, Rey, Finn, and Poe, that they didn't expect to be so popular from Episode 7, and they're reworking that. I think it just gives Rian Johnson some more time, so I'm fine with it. Christian?
I love it. I love it. And that's the thing, because for exactly what you just said, if those rumors are true, that what they found at Lucasfilm was that how much they want to focus a little bit more, whether it be on Rey, Poe, and Finn, and it's Rian Johnson. Again, I have confidence in Rian Johnson. I have, and remember that when JJ originally was going to do Episode 7, it was supposed to come out in May. Pushed it back because they wanted to get it right. And it probably also, they probably said to themselves, okay, look, we know that we did pretty good in December this year. Is it going to hurt us to push back 7 months? Nah, it'll probably help, and it is going to help. Look, they've got to go against Avatar now. They've got to go. I think there's another movie as well. Oh, I think isn't Ready Player One supposed to come out around the same time? Maybe, but this is fine. This is fine. I think that it really works into what they're going to do. And I've heard a couple different things. One thing I've heard, I mean, even JJ had said about Rian Johnson's script that he loved it. There was, I guess, Greg Gunberg had opened his mouth and like he normally does, which I love. But he loved it. And then I heard from someone else, more of an inside source, that this script, they couldn't believe how great it was, and the fact that Disney is going to allow Rian Johnson to do what he wants to do. That's exciting. So I think the push is great. I'm fine.
I hope they're still allowing Rian Johnson to do what he's going to do, and just like adding a few more scenes with Rey. But yeah, I don't have any problems with it. I think it's a smart move, and I think it's all because of the smash hit that Star Wars was during December. Remember, like months before Star Wars came out, everyone at this table was like, hey, it's not gonna, it's Christmas, it's gonna be hard to break the the curse of the $90 million weekend, and it blew the lid off that. And it's like, I think everyone at Disney was like, I think we've got our place where we need to release Star Wars from now on. It's not a May release like it used to be in the 70s, whereas and all the way up through the the prequels. Yeah. Now we've got our Christmas release, and we're going to hold on to that, because now it's like once a year you're going to get a Star Wars present under your tree, and it's called Star Wars. It's like, I think that's like the best present of the year. I think the summer's already packed with all these blockbusters. I love the idea of like every year you're going to get a Star Wars movie. I think it's great.
Well, you don't cannibalize, like you were saying, like by getting it away. I think that Pirates actually benefits by putting it into that summer season there. It's meant to be a summer movie. It really is. Like, I think it's going to be harder for certain movies that aren't Star Wars, and there's other movies that could probably do it in December. I think you're going to start seeing more movies move into that December slot. It just depends on what it is. Not all movies can have big openings in December. Just not going to.
Yeah, not every franchise is Star Wars.
Right. Well, exactly what you said is like. And it's also Disney. Remember, Disney also is Marvel. So Marvel owns May.
Yep.
So they're going to be releasing Marvel movies every May. They don't want to have another Blockbuster fighting their own money.
Guardian's supposed to come out right the week before.
That's
so
what
now
I'm
they
saying.
take
So
it
it's
away,
like Marvel's got May, and they also have November, and they're gonna and then probably like late July, early August. They're gonna be releasing 3 movies every year.
Yeah.
So now Star Wars is gonna be every December. That makes perfect sense.
And then with Avatar, though, I do think that is a little bit of a concern because this time Star Wars didn't go up against much. Avatar 2 is a different story. I know people were thinking, oh, well, Avatar, whatever. I enjoyed Avatar. But remember, domestically, I think Star Wars Episode 8 will kill Avatar. But you have to think worldwide, Avatar was very well received, and we don't know how much people in other countries are looking forward to it. They may be like, maybe they're looking more forward to Avatar than Star Wars. We don't know.
I think it's that battle between Avatar and Star Wars that's going to start December becoming a new stomping ground for the blockbusters. That's the one that's going to do it because they're both going to do really well. Yeah. They're both going to do really well. Star Wars, the thing that Star Wars has going for it now too, because obviously because Episode 7 was a big success, but 8 now, and now that they know it's going to have a darker tone, and the fact that we have to wait a little longer now, it probably helps the box office a little bit more, and because it's not cannibalizing. But then you have an Avatar, I think you're going to start seeing more of the blockbusters start to pop in, because it used to be just like Tarantino movies and other type of like the family comedies and stuff but it's going to start getting blockbuster time.
Chipmunks.
It's true.
But like, look at all that spillover.
Shit rats.
Well, I mean, the sisters and chipmunks, they got like a lot of extra flavor, like just dripping off of Star Wars. Because, so if I was opening a movie, I was like, I'm going to open it against Star Wars. Maybe I'll get the reverse engineering, like extra money.
Well, if you do counter-programming.
Counter-programming.
You don't want to do like, I'm going to make a space fantasy. I'm going to put up against Star Wars.
And that's why that's probably another reason why, because the same company said, maybe, this is not a bad idea. Guardians comes out the week before. We're going to cannibalize off of Guardians here with Star Wars. Let's get it out of there. It makes sense.
Any chance that Avatar 2 moves from December?
Big chance.
Because that date isn't like super. They haven't like advertised the Avatar 2. So do you think like maybe Fox is like, hey, maybe we should move it further or up?
I say absolutely not. I say head to head. Maybe not they're not going to open the same weekend.
No.
But I think that James Cameron's Avatar is a giant film. It's the #1 box office film of all time. He's releasing 3 movies back, like one after the other. It's going to be a massive, giant hit, and perfectly, I'm honest about it. I don't care what the box office is of either of them. I feel like I win. I get both movies in Christmas, so that's cool for me.
I think there's a chance that they move it. I don't think they will, but there's certainly a chance that it'll be brought up. But I think it's going to be James Cameron going, nope, we're not moving. I think James Cameron's going, no, we're set, we're staying, we're sticking our ground. But I think that it's certainly a chance that they bring it up and say, should we get the hell out of there?
Yeah, but where would they move?
It's a great question. I mean, whether or not it can't be summer, it can't be. I mean, does November become a new thing?
Here's the thing: like people go see Star Wars, or they go see Avatar, and then they'll go see the other one. That's what I mean. I say it's a win-win situation. There's not like the summer is like that confusing, like this, and then every 2 weeks there's like another giant creature trying to take your place. So it's like that's not going to be happening.
Yeah, but the only thing that I think that you get nervous is one of the main reasons that Star Wars was able to become the #3 movie of all time was the amount of repeat viewings. Dennis and I were having a conversation yesterday about he's seen it 5 times. I've seen it 4 times. So many people have seen it out so many different times. If that goes away a little bit, your number drops a little bit from the 5 to maybe the 3 because you wanted to see Avatar again, or maybe you wanted to see Avatar for the first time. Those numbers drop a little bit, and that takes a little bit out.
But in Schnepp, are you okay with them rewriting the script and focusing more on the 3 big characters from Episode 7?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, with them saying rewriting the script, I think it's like minor touch-ups or add like subtle additions. I don't think they're gonna tear Act 1 away and make it. I think it's gonna just be like modifying the script, especially because of the way everyone's been talking about the script that Rian Johnson had pulled in. They've already done all the set designs. They're already getting ready to shoot. The cast is already going there right now to get ready to be there for 6 months. So it's not like they'd be like, we're tearing everything apart. They're just gonna move along and like rewrite a few scenes and massage stuff is my guess. So.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.